Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, another edition of Speak on Our Podcast, and I'm your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, back with some more unbelievable content, some unbelievable energy, some content will make you better, and some content will make you speak up, because speaking up is only make you better mentally, physically, and emotionally, and that's what this podcast is all about. I'm here for... Whoa, what are you doing? You forgetting to hit the subscribe button? Stop it. What are you doing? You watching the Speak Up Now podcast, and you watching your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, give you some unbelievable content. What are you doing? I need you to subscribe right now. Check out my social media platforms that you see on the screen, Facebook and Instagram, and this platform, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you continue to tune in and watch the full episode. Come on now. This is the Speak Up Now podcast, where we're inspiring others to speak up and do better. Come on now, subscribe. Come on, subscribe. All right, let's get you back to the full episode. Boom. I'm here for everyone in society to be better. I want everybody to be better with the topics that I talk about, because it only make us better, right? So, if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. Welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, you know what it is. Always love, always love, always love. So for today's episode, if you're ready for it, say it with me. Let's ride. So anybody that's been watching my podcast for the longest knows I'm very passionate about talking about relationships, talking about from the man's perspective and the woman's perspective. I'm very passionate about it. It affects us all. We all gonna be in relationships or marriages in our lifetime. So, not family's important, but relationships are important too. So, for today's episode, there's another question for you guys. Is marriage overrated now? Is marriage a business? Think about that. I'm asking again. Is marriage overrated now in today's society, in today's generation, and is marriage a business? I'm gonna say this: marriage is gonna happen no matter what. Everybody falls in love every single day. So I'm not saying that marriages happen every day. Being proposed to happen every single day, every week, every weekend, every year. So that's not going away. My thing is, marriages are happening, but they're ending sooner than people expected. Back 20, 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, with our grandparents and our ancestors, when they got married, they was married forever. You know, they were married for 40, 50, 60 years with their partner, because that's not just because that's what they know, that's what they talk, but that's because that's how they love their partner. When they said I do, they really meant for forever. But now when people get married, I'm not saying that love is not genuine and all there, but the love tends to die out quicker than people expect. And then when the love dies out, it's a hefty divorce process. And when the divorce process happens, bad blood happens all the time in terms of financials and time with kids and what else. I can't say I've been married. I've never been married, but being around people who have been married and talk about their issues and whatsoever, and why people are afraid to get married now, is because they're afraid in today's generation that marriage is a business. And when marriage ends, the woman is always right and the man is always wrong. So when you think about that, you ask yourself, for us, people who intend to get married someday, who intend to have kids someday, who intend to have a marriage and relationship lifelong, you ask yourself, is marriage truly overrated? Is marriage truly the end goal in life? And I believe that marriage is still important. I believe that believing in your partner and spending the rest of your life with your partner is important. But I'm not going to be naive and say marriage is today's definition of a marriage is different from generations ago of marriage. Like when I think about my grandparents, they was married 60-some years or more. And that's what I believe in. That's what I want my life to be. Is a marriage. When I get married, when I told myself when I get married, I'm not getting divorced. That's my goal. I'm not saying I have a eye into the future, whatever happens, that's what the man above is about. But when I always told myself, when I get married, I have no intention of getting divorced. So if we have issues, we're gonna work them out. If we have issues, we're gonna hear each other's opinions. If we have issues, God forbid, we're gonna have to go to talk to someone about them. That's my feelings about that. But everybody's different. Marriage is and should be about love no matter what. But somehow marriages have turned to business, sadly. And you think about not just celebrities in this world about getting married, but even average day people who have regular marriages, or people who are average people who have money but not famously known. So marriage, it doesn't matter who you are, marriage can be a business, if you're a celebrity or not celebrity. So I'm not saying that should be a key factor, but you think about all these stuff you hear in the news of people. I'm not saying the news is always right, but stuff that you hear in the news day in and day out about people getting divorced, like J-Lo, Ben Affleck, so on and so forth. It's like marriage is, now it's being publicized of being a 2 or 3 year contract agreement. It's sad for people who always start and was raised that marriage is the end goal. And when we think about that, people should want to set better examples for people who want to get married. Right now, people are afraid to get married. Women are afraid to get married, and men are afraid to get married. Rightfully so. And I feel like that narrative should change, in my opinion. That narrative should change. It will be changed. I feel like people now, people who are at old soul like myself, want to change that narrative. And I believe that narrative can change. It just takes the right people, But do I believe right now people feel that way? Yes. Can it be changed? Yes. Is marriage a business right now? Maybe. I'm not saying yes, but maybe. But in my opinion, marriage is about love no matter what. Being in life with someone that you love. But times have changed. Everything has changed. Sadly. And I'm a proud person of old school ways, old school love, old school morals, old school values. And we think about that is it makes someone, I'm not afraid of marriage, but it makes someone think twice about choosing the right one. Making sure that, you have the right one that you don't want to if you do get married, you don't want to divorce this person. You don't want this person to leave your life. You don't want your marriage you don't want your marriage to be in everybody's households or whatsoever. So you want your marriage to be done the right way and an example to others. Is a marriage perfect? No. Will any marriage be perfect? No. But a marriage is about constantly improving each other's lives with that love there. That's my opinion. I might have gems in my mind and my heart, but that's just my opinion. If I'm giving out gems left and right, you welcome. But all seriousness though, like a marriage is about love and it shouldn't be about business. But people do think that marriage is a business right now in today's. I think over time it can change with the right people. But it's going to take the right people, and it's going to take the right processes and steps and couples to change that narrative. And we all want love. We all want a long-term relationship. We all want marriage. It just takes time, from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I want to hear you guys' opinions about relationships and marriages. What do you guys think? I know everybody has their own opinion about it. People don't disagree with what I said, and people don't agree with what I said. Respectfully, that's what this podcast and discussion is all about. Talking, listening, hearing others' opinions about it. And I'm not going to say I'm always right, but people can't say that my argument doesn't have any weight to it. That's my biggest argument. In any argument that I have on this platform, I want it to be known that whatever I say, you might disagree, and you might hate what I say, but you cannot say my opinion. Like I said, my opinion and perspective doesn't have any weight to it. It does, but it just has to be discussed and listened to fully. If you disagree, fine. Tell me why you disagree. But at least respect my opinion, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's for today's episode. Again, I told you I'm very passionate about marriages and relationships, even though I've never been married, but I'm very passionate about that because we all in life who want a relationship and want a partner and want a significant other in marriage and life. So that's why I'm very passionate and talk about relationships a lot on my podcast, because it affects all of us, whether you know it or not. So yeah, that's for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and liked it and enjoyed my emotions about this topic, because it affects all of us truly. So yeah, let's go and end this thing out the right way. If you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in and watching today's episode. It's much appreciated. And if you're a returning viewer, it's nothing but love towards you guys. Just keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, sharing, all the above. And yeah, let's keep on growing this thing. Let's keep on growing it. So let's go and end this thing out the right way. Pay attention, you new viewers, pay attention. So yeah, let's go and end this thing out the right way. Stay mellow. Keep that mellow mind, stay focused on the narrow path, on what's important in life. And as my man Cam Newton says, Ace Boogie, you got one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom.